What's up with it? This is analysis of Hirou, Sheik versus FMB 5K Falco. So let's start it. I know it takes a little bit of time to get set up. Does it take a minute? Well, yes it does. Okay, go on battlefield, start the platform. Okay, get away from landing under him. I like it. Or landing above him. Okay. Okay, good stuff. Good. That's a pretty good thing to do against Falco. I like it. Messing up your textile a little bit. So there. What are these needles trying to do? So I think you jumped a little bit. Well, this is from after you got hit by Shine. So actually, I don't know if this is a good double jump or not, because the double jump puts you right above Falco, which is where he wants you. So I think if you're gonna double jump like this, I think you should go to the platforms. So you double jump away. You double jump away because you see him running off the platform and narrowing. Yeah, okay. So I guess, actually I think you should like just fast fall to the platform and save the shield instead of throwing these needles, because these needles aren't gonna do anything by hitting it. Like, these needles aren't gonna hit him because he's already moving out of their stage. And I think like fast falling to the platform would have gotten you there earlier than Falco could contest it. So I think that would have been a better option in this situation. Okay, it seems like your double jumping is a little bit of a pattern. And like, I think you should limit your double jump needles, just because Falco is fast enough to be able to get under you if he sees you full jumping. Okay. So it's really important with Falco pressure that you wait until after the Shine to do anything. Because if you don't, then this is what happens. I see this shield drop throw was trying to punish him. And he kind of just were a little bit too late. So you get down aired. Work on your low dashes. And these. I'm not sure if you'll let these go into the platform. I'm just dropping through. Because if you look at where you were before, Falco was in the center, and you had an angle to needle him, like right here. You also just could have run off Fared and zoned out his short hop aerials or laser, like hit him for coming towards you. And I think if you don't want to waste frames against Falco. It's really important not to waste frames against Falco, and most characters as Sheik. That's really in their life. So you try and whiff punish him with the shield drop fair. You hit high. Was this fast followed? Because I think this doesn't look fast followed. I think that's one thing to really be like really important thing to practice is fast following your rails after shield dropping. And like here it would have been the difference between you getting grabbed and you just being safe, like having safe pressure. How do you get hit? What was the situation? How do you get sent off? Okay, this is 2 times now that you've done a double jump aerial. And Falco really isn't one of the characters that'll be going out to... Like, the up air didn't really do anything. Like, Falco wasn't... Like, I just don't agree with the up air. Okay. Almost got it. Okay. All good. So after you spot dodge this early, you gotta get out of there. You gotta use it as an opportunity to reset to center. So I think don't just wait around your shield. Like I want to see you when you have an opening like this, wave dash forward to center, forward dash forward to center, and yeah, just or even. Actually, no. I was going to recommend short hopping as shield, but that just gets beaten by the laser. But yeah, I think it's really important if you have the ability to take center against Falco that you do so. How did this happen? Were we just hella late? Yeah, you were just hella late. You could have shield grabbed that even. Happened here. Okay, I think instead of you had taken this laser into dash back, or way dash back, or even going into the platform, it would have been a much better situation for you. Because what you don't want to do against the lasers is just stay in the same place after you take them. Because that's exactly what Falco wants. You could have even dashed forward, like dash forward after taking laser, and just shield stopped. Like if you just dash forward, actually, so he sees that you just shield. So he decides to jump forward and do pressure. We could have even like short hopped back at a shield and hit him for it. But it's really important against Falco that you don't stay stationary, because if you stay stationary, that's how he locks you down with lasers. Did this happen? So again, I really don't want to see you double jumping. I want to see less double jumps. Less double jump aerials. You use them a lot. They've never really accomplished anything. Like, and in general, be very careful of using your double jump. Don't waste it. Ah, that sucks. What happens? Actually, okay, let's go back to this first part of the stock. Every falco is going to shield here, so this is an opportunity to grab him. Like, and you want against falco, you want to use. Like, I was like, okay, what was I gonna say? Yeah, okay, use dash attack to catch lasers. Don't necessarily use dash attack on when Falco's grounded, because he is really good at beating it with down air, and you want to use it when you get under him, like under his lasers. Again, you came down on top of Falco with your shield drop, get punished for it. This up smash didn't really accomplish anything. Like, I guess I can kind of see why you went for it, but I think just that's just a shield grab. Actually, he would have been a little bit too far outside, but you can instead we can do is just short hop forward a shield and short hop and fair him. I think that's one thing I didn't really see you doing. I haven't really seen you doing is. What I haven't really seen you doing is using short hop fair to kind of like zone Falco out when you're outside of this laser range. Well, it seems like you're pretty much always shielding whenever you're getting a close range situation with Falco. Okay. What are you trying to... What are you trying to do here? Okay, so there's... That's the one. That's where you were acting like where you stopped having shields done. Oh, you trying to jump at a shield? Okay. So when falco does a high grab or narrative. This is something that might be worth practicing in Uncle Punch, so you can get it crisp. Okay, let's go. Oh. So I'm pretty sure this is some sort of bait by you, but in this situation, just dash back and use grab. Use grab in the situation. Like when you have shield, like if you want to use dash attack, check that they're doing something that is vulnerable to dash attack before you do it, and default to grab, just because it's like people are gonna be scared of falcos or of sheiks, like of sheik like putting out a hitbox that beats them jumping. So like dash tag generally doesn't work. So use grab. So windshield punishing, windshield pressuring, use grab instead of dash attack. Like you did at 435. Okay, let's go. Even it up. So one thing I don't see you doing is wave dashing forward, like wave dashing out of your shield when you're on the platforms. Seems like you pretty much always just shield drop aerial. Next up, you act out of shield when on the platform. So mix up when you act out of shield, or how you act out of shield on the platforms. So use wave dash and small shield drop. Your shield drops are readable. And you pretty much every time you're in shield on the platforms, you use shield drop fair. And he was just reading you shield dropping there. Again, reading you shield dropping. And don't try to avoid being directly under Falco, as well as falling on top of him. Okay, you're gonna get it? Oh no, that doesn't work. And again, your soul jumps are pretty risky. Like, you don't really conserve your double jump that much, or at all. And you can SDI that. Okay, let's look at game 2. See what's up. Oh, is that boy? Did you you copped a jewel hit from him? That's pretty hype. Pretty good sportsmanship. Okay. I like it. I like what you're doing. Oh, you're reaching. You're definitely reaching here. Is it the jewel juice powering you up? Oh no, you just instant back air there. Okay, so now you're getting a little bit predictable with going to the top platform. Like, you fell down directly on top of Falco. Again, there's that double jump up air. It's really not great. And you're doing it, I think you're doing it too much. And again, you were trying to act after the aerial, but you got caught by the shine. Like, unless you're catching an aerial like really high on shield, it's better to act to just wait until after the shine, or just roll out of pressure. Okay. Okay, that pattern's getting pretty telegraphed. Like, that pattern's getting really telegraphed. You're just staying in shield when you could be. So when you're getting pressured by Falco, just roll out of shield. Like, just roll out of shield after he shines. That's what Swedish does, and it's pretty good because you don't want to. I mean, I guess you could kind of sit there and just tank shield pressure. You kind of can because Sheik's shield is so amazing. But you want to be, if you can, you want to like roll out to center stage. Oh. So again, you came down directly on top of Falco. Not sure if you knew you were going to. But so this pattern of shield pressure, this one right here is what's getting really telegraphed. And I think Falco knew that you were going to come down, like, somewhere in this area. So just got under that area. Oof. Okay. So when one thing I'm not seeing you do, is that you're not using you're not using short hop fair that much. That's a really important tool to match up. Like when you can get in front of Falco and come down, like just get in front of Falco and short hop fair him, because he really struggles contesting his space, like above and in front of him. When you get close to Falco on the ground, like not at his short hop aerial range, but inside it, that's really good. And then same thing. I'm not really seeing you do like dash forward shield stop at all, and that's a really good way of closing space against Falco. And you're pretty much always using short hop like F tilt off the platform. This exact pattern is going to go telegraphed. it's getting really obvious they're going to do that pattern. How'd you get hit? You might be really careful about challenging Falco when you're directly below him like this. Like, what you want to do is get to the side of him so you can bear him. Like, it's the side so you can bear him like that, or like that. Although, I mean, trading with Falco is pretty good for the most part, since you just trading with Falco is really good. I'm gonna check if they started recording. Okay, yeah. So trading with Falco can be good because when you're trading with down air with up air, because down air just sends you into the ground and you just land normally. But I don't really see like she's like Swedish do it that much. I think it's just better to like come from the side with your back air, either from over here or from over here. And because it just gives Falco an opportunity to get below you again. So what had you doing? I guess he caught a rollout or something. Again, your double jump fares are getting pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious that you're going to double jump at this point. Oh, what the fuck? So I think in this sequence it would have been better to just stay on the ground. Stay on the ground and like set up some short hop aerials. Because that's one thing that you really have not been doing at all this set. You haven't been short hop fair zoning, or just like in general jumping around. Because so the thing about short hop versus Falco is that Sheik's jump height makes it so that she goes over downer pretty much all the time, and she goes over nair, especially if you short hop back. So that makes short hopping when you're outside Falco's aerial short hop aerial range really good, and also makes short hopping when you're kind of next to him, spaced out your short hop fair range. So it makes both those situations really good for you. So I think you should try and do that more against Falco, like when you guys are on the ground together. Not necessarily when this isn't something that's really used when Falco's at low percent, just because you want to build percent on them through needles, like through runoff fair. But I mean, it definitely, once your aerials start to knock down, is when it's really good, especially short hop nair. Because when you're at that short hop aerial range, you can also just short hop nair him to close space. Because short hop nair just stuffs his jump, and you can use short hop fair to just go over his aerials. Short hop back fair. Yeah, he's super tuned into that. You just always shield drop when you're on the platform. He's definitely ready for it at this point. And you're always running, you're always backing away from Falco. You're never really fighting for center against him. Okay, I like it. I like this bunk. Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess that would have worked if you had made your shield drop or waveland. But at this point, it's pretty telegraphed that when you're on the shield on the platform, you're going to shield drop and when you go to the side platform, you're gonna go to the top. Like when you, or you're gonna come down with an aerial. Like I never really see you. Like, I don't think I've seen you in this set. Like waveland and then like dash on the platforms. And this, you never want to lunge into Falco, if at all possible, like you did here. Ooh. Okay. You're still using the same pattern of going to the top platform and going to the side. Like you're not really mixing up as to which side platform you go to. Oh. Okay. Alright, there's a chance. I believe. I believe in you. Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, I think I would encourage you to fight on the ground more. That's the big thing I want to see you do more. I want to see you like when on the ground. Like try and zone Falco out and use run up shield to get space. And also use like zone out his short hop aerials with his fair. And when you're at close range, be aggressive with using short hop fair to like in front of him, like pressuring with short hop fair. And also when you're at close range, using short hop nair to stuff his jump into like, so like if he lasers, you take like you hit him, and if he doesn't aerial, you get it out of shield. And I want to see you use your double jump aerial less, because your double jump is a really precious resource, and it's important that you conserve it as much as possible. Like I want to see you do less double jump aerials when recovering, because there were a lot of times where if you hadn't double jump aerialed, you would have been able to recover, but you lost your double jump, so you got edge guarded. And also I want to see you like waiting until after shine when you're acting out of shield to like acting out of shield against them. And like in general, okay, so I want to see you play a more grounded game, except when at low percents, and then just like use needles to build percent on him, like platform needles will build percent on him. I want to see you 5% or more. I want to see you try and push Falco to the corner more. And I want to see you zone, like use your zoning aerials, like zone him out with your short hop aerials a lot more. So hopefully that helped. I'm going to cut the recording later.